So I've gotten up and I look like this. I look like shit. My hair looks like shit. And I thought I'd just be real and film it all. Like what the fuck is this? It's like all the curl has been pulled out of the front. Then the back has gone into overdrive and just fucking disappeared up the back of my neck. It's greasy after one day. Oh, and it looks thin on top of it. Great. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some dry shampoo in my hair because the roots are fucking greasy and the rest of it is dry. So this is just the Batiste dry shampoo in the tropical scent. They all do the same fucking thing. So I do kind of look like I've been electrocuted, but I also just don't care because I'm so pissed off today. While that soaks in, I'm gonna do my skincare. So I'm gonna just fucking throw that up in a shitty, messy bun. And then let's put my skincare on. So I had a facial on Saturday. My skin feels an awful lot better. It's not as dry. Why is the lighting so fucking shit as well? Hang on, let me improve this a little. Hello, lovely grey Manchester. Okay. So yes, there are washing baskets and all kinds of shit behind me. I have no idea why this looks so dark. Hopefully it doesn't look as dark to you as it does to me. So I got my eyebrows tinted, so that's why they look a little bit different. And my skin is a lot more hydrated now, thank fuck. So let's put some moisturizer and shit on this face so that I'm not so dry. I've got a few products I really like here, and then I've also got some products that are just really meh that I'm trying to use up. So it's kind of a mixture, to be honest. The first product I really like is the Medicaid Hydrate B5 Intense. So I'm going to use that first because my skin is literally fucking crying out for moisture. I'm going to just spritz my face with some water because whenever you use hyaluronic acid, you're supposed to use it on damp skin. So I'm just putting that Medicaid product all over. Yeah, I'm just having like a shitty day. I got up and I had to take like my weight and I had to take some photographs for like progress and stuff for like my fitness coach, whatever. And there's no fucking change. Like my weight's actually gone up even though I'm in a deficit. And I know people say like, oh, just wait and it'll drop off. It's been fucking weeks and it hasn't dropped off. So whatever so much about, oh, you're building muscle and you're losing fat at the same time and your weight isn't staying the same. It's still really fucking frustrating when you don't see any progress. And then you wake up and you have to take photos of yourself in your underwear. Like, nobody wants to fucking do that on a Monday morning, let alone any morning, in fact. But, like, yeah, that just pissed me off this morning. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Tatcha serum stick. So I'm just putting that in all the places that get, like, extra dry. Around my chin, forehead, around my nose, because I'm just a dry fucking scaly dragon. Oh, okay, so that's a little bit better. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this like Biome water cream. This is from Dr. Jart. This is just like a random one that I got. So I'm going to put that on my skin. But yeah, is anyone else like struggling with their health and fitness goals? Like I know January is like a really popular time for people to try and like get healthier and lose weight and to tone up, build muscle, whatever. Is anyone else just not getting anywhere with it? By the way, there's a lot of dry shampoo in my hair in case you're wondering what the fuck is going on. I'm pissed off with my hair, I'm pissed off with my body, I'm pissed off with my face. Welcome to the Frustration Club. Yeah, so I'm just moisturizing the fuck out of my skin. I probably should use an actual eye cream as well. So the one I've got here is the Elemis Pro Collagen Vitality Eye Cream. Hello, thank you for joining me. So how are your New Year's resolutions going or your health and fitness goals? Hopefully they're going better than mine. Tell me how you're getting on. Like I really hope that other people are making more progress than I am. I'm just having one of those days where it feels like nothing's really kind of working out for me. So like, do you cheer me up? Tell me that you guys are doing it a bit better. Like, how are you getting on? Are you managing to work out? Are you going to the gym? What are you doing? I really hope the video is not as dark for you guys as it is for me here on the screen. Like it looks, everything looks tinted almost blue as well. Like it's really fucking weird. It is quite a gray day and I am filming in natural light, but I hope it's not as dark for you as it looks for me. I'm just going to put on some of this Glossier Birthday Balm.com. As again, my lips are actually sore, they're so dry. Ah, that feels so much better. Any kind of lip salve instantly does help. Again, I've slothed a lot of moisturizing products on top of my skin now. So I'm going to give them a while to kind of sink in. I did buy this e.l.f. Invisible Sunscreen. It's SPF 30. I would normally use 50, but seeing as we haven't seen the sun here in Manchester for about 2 decades, I thought this one would probably be enough. I saw Shelby Ann using this in her like TikTok reels or whatever. I don't have TikTok, so I see everything like 2 weeks later on Facebook. So yeah, this looks like just quite a nice sunscreen. I did test it and it actually feels kind of like one of those gel primers. Oh shit, that's probably way too much. But actually this will be a good opportunity for you to like see the texture. It really reminds me of like, you know, the Smashbox silicone primers. Like it's got that same texture. So I'm gonna throw that on as well. I have no idea how much to use, but this is probably too much. Oh, that really feels smoothing. That is so nice. Oh, yeah. I do miss those old silicone primers. Like, do you remember when they were all the rage? Smashbox was like the original one, but I think like pretty much everyone came out with their own one. Yeah, this stuff is really weird. Like, it does not feel like a sunscreen. It very much feels like a primer. But you know what? Anything that's going to keep my makeup on, I'm okay for that. So basically, yes, I felt like a fucking hideous mole rat this morning, and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to throw this all over my neck. I was just like, how can I make myself feel better? I'll just like wear really glamorous makeup, even though I have nowhere to fucking go. Because it might make me feel slightly better about the fact that I have made no progress with my fitness goals and whatever. I mean, I'm putting in all the work, but I'm not seeing any of the progress. And you know, I had to take photos of myself in my underwear this morning, and that was fucking awful. So all around, if you see me and me, haha, I'm not really sure what you mean, but if you want to clarify, I will chat to you, no problem. Right, so my hair has been marinating in a lot of dry shampoo because I used to be able to get a week out of my hair because it was so dry. It is still that dry, but now it has greasy roots as well. So probably should have washed my hands after applying all the skincare to my face before then touching my hair. But you know what? I can't really make it any worse. I do kind of look like I've been electrocuted, but we have a plan. We have a plan. So I was in, was it Boots or was it Superdrug? I think it was Boots yesterday with my friend, and I was looking at the curly hair section, which is lovely to have, but it's kind of overwhelming at the same time. And I ended up chatting to this other girl who had really beautiful, like defined ringlet curly hair. And she told me to try this stuff. So basically, you're supposed to be able to use this as kind of like a refresh. This is the Cantu Argan Oil from Morocco Style and Shine Foaming Mousse. So she said if you've got fine hair, you should be using something like this on the second or third day to kind of revive your curls. Because that's my biggest problem. My hair will look really nice on day one, and then this is what I fucking wake up to after that. Now, let's see what the instructions say. This styling mousse leaves wraps soft and full of body and gives hold for twist outs. Okay, I don't even know what all this means. Moisturizes dry, brittle hair. I could do with that. Um, I've lost my place now. While defining curls and instantly imparting exotic shine. And exotic is capital E and shine is capital S. That actually sounds pretty good. Right, so directions for curls. Apply uh, liberally to towel dried hair. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll have to dampen it. From roots to ends for definition. Allow hair to air dry or diffuse. For setting and wraps, I don't really think that applies to me if I don't know what it is. So it doesn't say to shake it, which is kind of weird. Because if you look at it, it kind of looks like a liquid or, you know, almost an oil, but apparently it's a foam. So I better dampen my hair. So this is just a spritz bottle of water. I think it used to have some sort of toner from Lush, and then I used up the toner and then I started using it just for spritzing. This will probably take a while, but I don't want to dunk my entire head over the bath, so this will be quicker. Yeah, you can move forward then. See you later. Bye. Oh, that's actually quite nice. This might help my bad mood. Oh, so I have very fine hair as well. So that kind of makes it difficult because a lot of the hair products that are out there for curly hair are designed for hair that is much thicker than mine. And probably curlier as well. Like mine's a mixture of waves and curls, but I do get like proper ringlets at the back. I don't know why, but I felt the need to shake this as well. So I'm gonna shake it. It doesn't say how much to apply. It just says liberally from roots to tip. And the really nice lady in the in Boots that I met says that she tips her hair forwards and then applies that. So I'm gonna try that now. Okay, I can see why you need to apply liberally. That didn't really cover a lot of my hair. So again, I'm just using this Argan Oil from Morocco, Cream of Nature Style and Shine Foaming Mousse. And I'm applying a ton of that to my head. I have no idea if this works. This is the very first time I'm using it. I'm trying to distribute it like evenly through my hair. It's kind of impossible because it dissipates as soon as you apply it. Do I need more? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna give it a scrunch. Because that's what I would normally do with any kind of like gel or whatever. I don't know if this is going to work. So we shall find out. I'm kind of tempted to do a little bit of diffusing just to see if it gives it any like more definition. The smell is noticeable but not pleasant or unpleasant. It's just kind of in the middle. It just smells like product, I guess. I don't actually know what this is made of. There's lots of oils in it, so this actually looks pretty good, like for hair health or whatever. I don't think there's any alcohol in it, which is always good because that just dries your hair out even more. I don't know whether I should diffuse it a little bit or not. Maybe just a touch to see if we can get any definition in. So I'm just going to plug in my hairdryer. I actually don't think I've ever done this on camera before. Have I plugged in the right cable? Now that is the question. No, I have not. I've accidentally plugged in something else. Aha! Okay, I don't just want to sit here like blow drying my hair while people are watching. So we'll just see how that develops as I put my makeup on. So again, if you've just joined me, that is the Cream of Nature Argan Oil from Morocco Style and Shine Foaming Mousse that I've never used before. I think I've somehow gotten a lot of it on the top of my head, but we'll see how it turns out. So far, it does seem to be giving like the bounce and the curl back to the front of my hair, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, if you saw me earlier, I slathered a load of skincare onto my face, including this new, well, it's supposed to be an SPF sunscreen, but actually it feels a lot more like a primer. So this is the e.l.f. Skin Invisible Sunscreen, SPF 30, high protection, water resistant for 80 minutes, blurs and primes. Okay, so it definitely is a primer as well. I didn't actually realize that when I was buying it, but it does feel exactly like the Smashbox primer. So that's probably why that is. So I've been watching a lot of Shelby Ann, and her theory seems to be very much you're not putting enough makeup on. So let's put plenty of makeup on today. I'm actually not sure what foundation I'm going to go in with. I'm Let's have a look. I do want something definitely that's going to give me like a glow to my skin because my skin is so dry. So what could we use? Maybe something like the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint, which is essentially a bit like a lightweight foundation. I think it's too heavy to be called a skin tint. It definitely gives really good coverage. I'm in the very lightest shade. I have very pale skin, so this is number one fair neutral. But to be honest, I could probably wear any of the first three shades because they're just different undertones. You have to be quite careful when this comes out. Like I am not squeezing the tube and it is just coming out by itself. Now the packaging says to use 3 drops, but that's all 3 drops is. So I'm gonna go for at least 6, maybe 7. Because I feel like we're in coverage today because I kind of feel like shit. So I'm thinking that maybe more coverage will make me feel better. So hello, thank you for joining me. I'm actually going to use a sponge with that as well because again, I'm trying to press any moisture I can get into my skin. So where is my spritz bottle? Aha. So multi-purpose for hair and for tools. Okay, really should have done that before I put the foundation all over my hand. So again, this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint in the lightest shade. As you can see, it's pretty much a dead-on match for me. I'm hoping that the screen and like everything that you see right now is a little bit brighter for you than it is for me. It is a really fucking dull day here in Manchester, but the screen looks to be particularly dark. I don't know if it's just because my battery is low. My phone is plugged in, so it won't die or anything. But yeah, the brightness is quite low. I wonder if I can turn it up here. One sec. Oh, I can. Oh, that looks a bit better there now. Everything still seems to have a bit of a blue tone to it though. But again, you know, Manchester is not the sunniest place right now. I believe it's going to get really cold as well. Um, like there's a risk of like snow, I think tomorrow and I want to say Thursday, Friday or something like that. Do you know what? I don't know if this is just getting soaked up by the sponge or if it's lighter coverage than I remember. I always thought that this was like a little bit heavier coverage than a skin tint, really. It was more like a light foundation. I've already put 6 or 7 drops on, but I'm going to put a bit more on because fuck it, why not? Let's see what kind of coverage we can get with this. Obviously, the sponge is keeping the finish very natural. And it was damp, so it shouldn't be absorbing too much of the product. But let's see if we can get like a little bit more intense coverage with this. And that just means I need to use less concealer on any blemishes. It does feel nice. I do really like this one. It definitely adheres to the skin really nicely. I would say it would be suitable for most people. Like it's got a bit of a glow, but it's not really intense glowy. Apart from maybe like the oiliest of oily skin tones, but I think, sorry, skin types. But I suppose if you're super oily, you probably know something with glow in the name is not really going to be for you. Right, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of that over my eyelids as well, just literally not picking up any more product, just whatever is left on the sponge. And that is how the e.l.f. Halo Glow in shade 1, Fair Neutral, is sitting on my very, very pale, dry skin. So I think it's looking pretty nice, actually. I'm quite happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do is probably some liquid bronzer or liquid contour to give my face a bit of shape. I'm just using the e.l.f. Camo, liquid camo bronzer and contour in the shade Fair. Again, the very, very lightest shade. So this one just has like a doe foot. And when I'm lazy, like today, I will literally just draw stripes on my face and then blend it in with either a sponge or a foundation brush. Being careful to go right up to the hairline. Sorry, I just had a slight heart attack there. I could see some sort of delivery van and I was like, I can't fucking open the door like this. Oh, please don't be for me. Oh no. Okay, we'll wait and see. Hopefully not. Right, I tend to use this brush for blending in any liquid contour. So I'm just going to do this as quickly as possible in case this man is coming to my front door. That is kind of terrifying. Please don't be for me. Even though I'd love to get a delivery today, I don't want it right now. I did a massive Boots order actually, a couple of high-end things as well, because they were doing like an offer where it was between like 15 and 25% all off all high-end beauty and makeup and stuff. So like even the skincare, like Elmis, everything was on offer. Oh, thank fuck he's gone next door. It's not for me. Okay, I would like my delivery to arrive today, but I don't think it's due until Wednesday, which is kind of annoying because I really wanted to do a haul. But yeah, so with the money that I got from selling my wedding dress, I've decided just to fucking spend it on myself. Because you know what? I survived January, and that's enough sometimes. Okay, it's looking a bit stripy down here. Again, I've not really been careful blending because I'm kind of keeping one eye on the delivery man in case he also has something for me. I really fucking hope not right now, but actually, now that I'm blended in, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so just to tidy up here where I've gone down a bit too low, I'm just going in with the same sponge that I used to apply my foundation slash skin tint, whatever you want to call it. God, it is quite natural looking, even with plenty of it on, you know. I just look really like healthy, which I'm not really used to, especially as a pale person. Okay, so that's looking quite nice actually. And again, these e.l.f. products are so easy to blend out, like if you do make a mistake. So I'd recommend them for beginners, even though they look kind of intimidating, they're relatively easy to use. I also think things are blending out much better on my skin now because I've had a facial and I've been intensely moisturizing my skin the last week or so. Yeah, I've definitely put too much product in up here, but look at all my little baby hairs. They're coming in. Okay, small mercies and small positive things. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now. I might do a little bit more contouring later, but I'm gonna move on for now. My eyes are a bit sore, so I'm starting to wonder if this sunscreen from e.l.f. is a chemical sunscreen. I have no idea. I didn't even think about that. Normally I don't have a big issue with sunscreen around my eyes, and I didn't put any in my eye area, so hopefully not. I don't know. It could be the Halo Glow Skin Tint. I don't know because I actually did put that over my eyelids. So if anybody knows if this is a chemical sunscreen, please let me know. The light seems to be changing every 10 seconds. That's probably just like clouds and stuff. Because I am filming by a window. Most people seem to like people filming in natural lighting rather than studio lighting. I don't have any studio lights anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. So I have no idea what to do with the rest of my face. I just know that I wanted to make myself look and feel a bit better. I'm actually going to try a little bit of the Glossier Boy Brow in brown over my naturally tinted eyebrows. More just to give them a bit of shape. I don't actually have a clear brow gel at the minute. I think I threw out my Benefit one because it was so old. So I'm just combing through my brows. There's very little left in this Glossier Boy Brow anyway. I also remembered why I stopped buying the Essence equivalent. It wasn't because it was the wrong shade. It was because it was really like there's like little bits in it, like which really was unflattering. So yeah, it's a real shame because like the idea of kind of duping the Glossier or the Benefit tinted eyebrow stuff little serums are phenomenal. Like I'd love to be able to pay like less than a fiver for that. But unfortunately the Essence one that I got, there were little bits in it. I want to go and maybe watch other people's reviews though. Like maybe I just got a bad one or it was expired or something. Because it would be great if I could use that product. I do still really like the Catrice one, but the shade is a tiny bit light for my eyebrows. I think I just got like light brown or something. Um, but I do still really like that. I still can use it, but I just wanted to use something different today. I'm gonna put some perfume on to make me feel better. So this is the Maison Margiela replica perfume in the shade by the fire in the scent by the fireplace. This is a really wintry Christmassy scent that my husband got me as part of my Christmas present. He got me the 30 ml bottle, which is to be honest loads because these last a really long time. So that was a really nice present. And again, I'm just doing anything to boost myself up now on a day when I don't really feel great. Is anyone else having a bit of a shit morning? And I know it's all in my head, like nothing terrible has actually happened, but like sometimes you just don't feel good. Like not every day can be a great day. I have no idea what to put on my eyes. I'm starting to feel kind of lazy and oh, will I just use an eyeshadow stick? But you know what? I'm not going to fight with myself today. I am going to use, don't really like that one actually. I don't know. I don't really want to use any of these either. What's going on with me? Okay, I'm just going to pick like a one and done kind of eyeshadow. So let's go into this actually. This is the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells. So this is like a real memory palette. This used to only obviously be available in America. Then Wet n Wild came here, I don't know, like 10 years ago. But this quad originally only had 3 shades. I think they added this dark matte brown and possibly this one as well. The original was just a trio in like the older school packaging and it was really beautiful. And I remember always wanting it, but obviously I didn't live in the States or Canada, so I couldn't get it. Right, so let's use this and just keep everything really, really simple. I am literally just going to push this medium brown sort of satiny shade all the way over my eyes. Again, kind of a typical look for me, but you know what? I can't be arsed overcomplicating things today. I've just realized I didn't wear any primer on my eyelids, but fuck it, it's a bit late now. But honestly, the formula of these is really, really nice. Like, look how pigmented that is. And I think this is like less than £5. It's like four something. So you can get Wet n Wild now. It has been available for quite some time in Boots, but the stand is absolutely tiny in most of the Boots that I have visited. And like I've been to the big ones like in Yarndale, Manchester City Centre, and like it's never a big stand, which is really a shame because like Wet n Wild products are fucking awesome. Like they don't even sell the tinted hydrator, which is one of their most famous products at the moment that everybody loves, and it's really inexpensive. I'm not convinced the lightest shade would be light enough for me anyway, because I think they only have about 5 shades or something ridiculous. Right, so I've put that all over my eyelids, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean, fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to go around the edges of that with nothing on the brush. And we'll just see how easily it blends out by itself. It is pretty good, like for a one and done eyeshadow look for someone who does not have time to be fucking around in the mornings, this is a really nice one. I like the way that when it blends out, it looks quite soft and natural, like a natural shadow of your eye as well. It doesn't really look like you've spent ages on your eyeshadow because, you know, sometimes you don't want to look really overly made up. That was kind of my plan for today. I was thinking I would look overly made up, but you know, I'm actually quite lazy, so when you're not feeling good, you want kind of maximum impact for minimum effort, right? You just want to feel good about yourself. So yeah, just a nice simple eyeshadow like this one is working for me. Do you know, I can actually tell that I haven't put on any MAC Painterly Paint Pot because I'm now used to that neutralizing all of the veins in my eyelids. Like you can still see them there. I can't believe the difference like that product makes. I probably should have put it on and like it's nothing to do with this eyeshadow. The fact that the veins in my eyelids are showing through. It's not a concealer, like it's just an eyeshadow and not a very expensive one at that. I'm just putting a tiny bit more in my crease just to make the blend really, really smooth, like literally just one tap and then back into the crease of my eye just to keep the transition nice and smooth. But it's still looking really, really nice. I like to pull it out a little bit further again, just extending my eye. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I'm not totally finished blending, but I think I'm going to leave it there for now. And I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm just going to take some of that darker brown under the eye a little bit. Oh, it's more pigmented than I realized. Okay. Fuck it, it's fine. Let's put a tiny bit just on the upper lash line as well, just to make it look a bit more balanced, rather than just having this really dark line at the bottom of my eye. Okay, that's a bit more balanced. Okay, we've had about our 700th lighting change during this video, but fuck it, let's keep going. Right, I can't be arsed with any liquid eyeliner. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that same fluffy brush that I used to blend out the top crease and I'm fluffing that under my eye where I place that dark brown shadow from the Walking on Eggshells quintet, I guess you would call it. Quint, because it's 5 eyeshadows. Because I know a quad is 4. Quintet, maybe? 6 would be a sextet. I know that. Okay. So again, I'm just softening it a little bit, really. Yeah. So fluffing out any edges, and then I'm going to throw on about 10,000 tons of mascara because it just feels like that kind of day. My other mascara, I think, is in my bag. Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's break out a new mascara. I've got a couple of ones that I have since Christmas, actually, that I've still not opened. One of them is this Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I've never ever used this before. I think it came in like one of the advent calendars or something that I got. I genuinely do not remember. I really like the packaging, actually. And this is just in the shade black. Again, I've never used a Bobbi Brown mascara, let alone this one. I like the look of the wand. It's kind of like soft bristle brush. So let's put some of this on and we'll see what it looks like. Oh, I like this. The bristles on the brush are very, very soft. So you can get like right up under your eyes and it doesn't feel like scratchy or anything. I wouldn't say it's currently doing a whole lot. There doesn't seem to be a lot of product that comes out on the brush. So I'm wondering, is this more of like a daytime mascara? I mean, you can definitely see I'm wearing it, but let's put a bit more on. Put it on this side and then see what we think. It might be one of those mascaras where one layer doesn't look like a lot, but then you put on the second layer and it's like, holy fuck, I have eyelashes. So hopefully it's something like that. I've never really understood the need for a natural mascara. I mean, I can get the brown, I get behind the brown idea, and I think that's really beautiful, especially on very fair, like blondes, etc. But if I'm wearing mascara, I want you to be able to see I'm wearing fucking mascara, and I want my eyelashes to look like amazing. My eyelashes are kind of like, I wouldn't say they're like short, but they're on the shorter side, and but they're kind of thick. So like I have to be careful with volumizing ones because they both lengthen and thicken the lashes just to increase the overall size of the lash. At the end of the day, volume is size. I don't even know if this counts as a second coat. I think it's still coat one on this eye because I didn't really let it dry. So yeah, those are my eyelashes right now. Um, yeah, I think this looks nice. It's not clumping or anything. It's very easy to get the brush through my lashes. My eyelashes never really know what direction they want to go, so you kind of have to teach them. I did forget to curl my eyelashes, but look, it's not that kind of a day. We're just not making that level of effort. As I said, I want maximum impact for minimum effort. But yeah, I think this looks reasonably nice. I think it's giving more of a fluttery, fluffy look than it is like a super defined look. But yeah, it looks particularly good on that eye, I would say. Let's see if we can balance this one out. Um, don't think there's fibers in it. I think I may have just caught a hair that was stuck in my eyelashes there. Didn't even know. Okay, right, so that's that mascara. Yeah, I quite like that one. It's not waterproof or anything. This is 6 ml. This feels a little smaller. Aren't more mascaras like 7 or 8 ml? I don't know. I believe this is quite expensive. I think it's like 28 or 30 pounds. Like I certainly wouldn't be buying it with my own money, but I don't mind using things that come in calendars. The other one that I have to try is the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara, which I haven't really heard anything about. I know they released like some sort of fucking burgundy color and everyone was talking about that for a while, but like I don't think I've actually heard loads about the mascara formula itself, just that particular color. Did anyone see that Lisa Eldridge has teased that her what was it called? Was it like the Teddy palette, the one that's named after her cat, is coming back? I think that's for Valentine's Day. To be honest, I am really tempted to buy that, even though I have like 1,000 eyeshadow palettes that I already don't use, just because the colors are unique. Like I've not really seen anything like that before. So I thought it was lovely. Anything to do with cats is nice. So yeah. Okay, let's continue contouring the fuck out of my face because why not? I am going to take, let's go to the Catrice contour product. I was using my Inglot one the other day, but actually this Catrice contour is brilliant. I never use the bronzer, I never have, but this is really, really good and so inexpensive. So this is the Catrice Butter Like bronze and contour. I see what you did there, Catrice. So I'm just going to apply that with like this angled brush. And again, I actually think cream contour is probably more forgiving. Like this would be a lot harder to wipe off if you fucked it up like I just have now. What is going on there? Why is it patchy? Hang on, we'll keep blending it in and hopefully it'll come right. Okay, not so bad. So this one is easy enough to blend, but again, once you put this product on, particularly if you have like a cream product or a foundation underneath, you're gonna have a hard time getting it the fuck off. The best thing you can do is probably go over it with your foundation brush, but even so, like it may still, it was there previously. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sculpt my temples a little bit and attack my 5 head as always. Tap off. And then let's shape this head a bit. I feel like I haven't stopped talking in like the entire 34 minutes that I've been on here. So that's probably the longest pause in the whole thing, apart from when I was attempting to dry my hair. Okay, so Again, it looks quite intense in person, but actually, I think it's just me looking at my own face in the mirror. Because when I go out, I tend to look in my like car mirror or whatever, like my back mirror, and like it never looks as intense. I'm actually kind of impressed with that hair product. Like, what do we think? It certainly curled it for a fucking start. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. Ooh, I don't think I've used a mousse since I was about 17. Does anyone remember the Wella mousse that used to come in the like red bottle, like that one? And it was like a spray like top. So hang on. It was a bit like this, but it was the nozzle pointed like directly upwards. I don't even think it came with cap. Like that was like the mousse that I used to use, but it made your hair so fucking crunchy. Whereas I think mousses have really like developed in the last what 17 years. Nearly 18 actually. It's my birthday soon. So they are a hell of a lot better now than they used to be. Okay, so what am I doing now to actually make myself feel attractive? Let's use something I haven't used in a while for blush, because I was using liquid blushes the other day and then topping them off with a powder. I don't mind doing that. However, I feel like I want to do something different today. So, seeing as these have just been like reformulated and changed, I feel like it's a perfect time to use this absolutely ancient Milani blush in the shade Dolce Pink. So they still make this shade, but it has changed a bit and they've reformulated it. But this is what the old packaging used to look like. I mean, look how much of this I still have left. I've had this for years. And I used to use it on I would say, a semi-regular basis. I've had this for about 15 years, if not more. It used to have a mirror underneath, and I think I've lost like the little brush or whatever. I mean, the brush was shit anyway, to be fair. But yeah, like it's this gorgeous, now dead pink shade. I had no idea it had fallen out of the pan. Yeah, well, at least I can hold it up now. It's this gorgeous pink shade with like gold shimmers in it that has just fallen out of the pan. I mean, considering how old this is, it doesn't really owe me anything. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm still going to use it. So I'm going to take that on a fluffy blush brush and I'm going to whack that on fairly heavily on the side of my face. Again, just to kind of add width to this portion of my face. That is nice. So that's what it's looking like there. This is the kind of blush where you don't really need to wear a highlighter, because the shimmers in the blush kind of tend to highlight your face anyway. It's reasonably warm, but I would still describe it as a pink shade, so I can get away with it. There's a few warm shades I feel like are still flattering on me with cool tone leaning skin. But yeah, that is the original Milani Dolce Pink from about, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe even more. I believe the old packaging, like it was the same up until very, very recently. Yeah, this must have taken a knock. I feel like the whole thing is like even a bit like loose in my hand, like where it joins the packaging. But you know what? It's survived so many house moves. It's done quite well. But yeah, still looking banging on the cheeks. Really beautiful product. So that is a little trip down memory lane. What else could I have a look at? I don't think I want to wear a highlighter. I think that's like kind of intense enough. So we're nearly finished really. I need to do a little bit of bottom lash mascara. So I'm just going to take the e.l.f. lash extender. And again, if you've never tried wearing bottom lash mascara, you need to try that. Oh, holy mother of fuck, I haven't put on any concealer. I knew I'd forgotten something. Well, I'm just putting this on now and we'll have to wait for that to dry before I use any concealer. I was wondering, I was like, how can I be finished so early? Like, how is my makeup already done? It's because I've got no fucking concealer on. So yeah, if I come up closer, there's still plenty of bags under my eyes and this motherfucker still needs covering. Right, so we'll give that a minute to settle. Maybe I can do my lips while I'm waiting for the mascara to dry off. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little Q-tip and I'm going to rub this Glossier balm off my lips. I am starting to feel a little bit better. I feel like even filming is something productive that I've done today. I don't feel like I've had a very productive start. I was going to go to the gym, but then like taking those progress photos really put me off because I feel like I've made absolutely no progress in the last like 3 months. I feel like if anything, I've gone backwards in terms of like visible changes. Obviously I've gotten like stronger in the gym or whatever, and like maybe I'm underrating that progress, but it's frustrating when you know you've been in a calorie deficit and you're trying your best to like make positive changes and you don't see any change in your physical appearance. And like my weight has stalled on the scale as well. In fact, if anything, I'm a little bit up and I'm just like, when is the progress going to happen? You know? So really fucking frustrating. Okay, let's use a lipstick, something to cheer me up. So I got this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip velvet in the shade Pure Hollywood. And I think it looks really nice, but I don't think I've found like a lip combo for it that looks really good. I'm going to try MAC's lip pencil in Whirl today and see if that works with it. So Whirl is just like kind of like a neutrally shade, I guess. I'm going to sharpen it actually because I feel like it's a bit dull, and that will just bring the pigment level up slightly as well. So yeah, that's better. Again, it's just your traditional like wooden pencil. So let's go in with that. Whirl's a really beautiful shade. Does anyone else have like a slight dip in their bottom lip as well as their upper lip? It's very slight, but I almost think of it as like a double Cupid's bow. It's cool. So as far as I remember, this lip velvet is like quite a drying product, so I will probably have to put something on top because my lips are still very dry. So yeah, again, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip velvet in the shade. Oh, look, actual lighting in the shade Pure Hollywood. So let's see what this looks like on my lips. I have worn it, I think, once before, but it was a while ago and I don't think it was on camera. So it just comes out in this like little doe foot applicator. Hi, thanks for joining me. No, this is not pre-recorded. I am from Ireland originally. I'm from Cork, but I live in Manchester, UK. Oh, I like that. I feel like everything now is about blurring, and this is giving that kind of blurring color or like quality to the lips. I am going to put a bit of gloss over it though, because I feel like it's going to dry the shit out of my lips after a while. So I'm going to use the Catrice Diamond Glaze Lip Gloss. This is in the pinky shade. Aha, lighting improvement. Okay, so let's put that over. Why does it go like blue every time I'm near the camera? So it's just got this cute little doe foot applicator. There's like a little hollow in the center, and it does have little sort of pearlescent pink glitters. This lip gloss is very much like a topper, like I wouldn't wear it on its own because it's quite sheer. So yeah, the Catrice Diamond Glaze Lip Gloss. I'm seeing if it has an actual shade. Yeah, Poppin' Glitters. So you can see like all the little glitter particles in there, but I wouldn't really say that you can actually see visible glitter like on your lips. Okay, can I be honest? I'm still getting to grips with this whole lip liner thing, and that like people seem to like visible lip liner now as a trend or whatever. I still find it quite difficult to like blend lip liner and make it look good, because I'm just not used to it. Right, let's go back and do some concealing. I'm going to use a brightening concealer today. This is the Catrice Instant Bright Serum Concealer. So this is a very light shade. I believe it is the lightest shade. And I'm going to pop that under my eyes to give a bit of a bright effect. This one's kind of on the yellow side. I'd probably prefer if it was a bit more pink toned. I'm going to put a little bit in the center of the chin, but not on my blemish. More just to kind of like highlight. And I'm going to put a little bit here as well because I feel like I need a little bit more coverage in the center of my forehead. And then what I'll do is I will spot conceal with something else that isn't like as brightening, because I don't actually want to highlight the spot on my face. What have I got in here? I think I'm just going to use the L'Oreal True Match on that blemish there. I mean, there's not a huge difference in the colors, like especially on camera, but I can tell that there is a difference between the two. And I'm going to blend in the majority of that with this sponge. And I'll probably do the blemish last. Any extra, I'm just putting around my nose, and I'm going to blend out the forehead portion. On whatnot? What's whatnot? Okay, am I too old to actually know what things are? I don't know. What's whatnot? Enlighten me. I'm curious. All right, so I am going to blend in under my eyes. Going to use a much smaller little sponge. I've got this little tiny one here. I think I just got these in one of these generic sets. And I'm going to put the Milk Hydro Grip spray onto that as well, because again, anything that's going to kind of like melt the product in is going to be a lot better. So especially with dry skin. So I'm going to take that teeny tiny sponge under my eye. Yeah, this proper like brightening concealer. You can really see it. And I'm actually quite excited because the last thing I'm going to use today is the Wet n Wild pink loose powder. So that will actually help to neutralize the kind of yellowness of this concealer. Although, fucking hell, I've got to give it to it. It is brightening, like, even on my pale ass skin. It's kind of hard to get into the corner, but I'm managing. So I get a lot of like blueness, like right on the inside of my eye. Whatnot is a selling app where people go live and sell makeup and stuff. Really popular. You should have a look. Thank you. I will do. I've never heard of this before. So thank you very much. I will definitely make some inquiries. Okay, so after that, I'm just going to spritz my entire face with that Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Oh, that feels so nice. Okay, again, as somebody with dry skin, any hydration at any point is going to help me. Okay, then the last thing I need to do, obviously I'm going to give that a second to dry down, is I'm going to apply this Wet n Wild loose setting powder in soft pink. I believe there's two colors of this, but obviously there's only one pink one. It comes with this enormously huge powder puff, and it's like incredibly dense. So if you were going to use this all over the face, maybe. I'm only going to use it probably under my eyes, like strategically, and maybe like in certain places around my face. So I'd say I'll probably use a brush, but it's a huge container, and I think this was relatively inexpensive. Like, I think I got it on Amazon, but it was like definitely less than £10, because I used the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and that was amazing the other day. So I'm interested to see how this one compares. Now, the holes are absolutely huge, so I'm expecting, yeah, fuck ton of powder comes out even when you tip it gently, so just be mindful of that. Okay, where is my usual setting brush? Ah, fuck it. I think I left it in my other bag. Okay, we can improvise. We can use a different brush. I have here a smaller kind of version of the same brush that I wanted to use. This is a Real Techniques like little shader brush. And I'm just going to batter that into the powder, but also tap off all of the excess there. Okay, so let's see what this looks like under the eye. Is it going to have those same blurring properties, I wonder? What do we think? Okay, top off again before I forget. Okay, I put a little bit more under this eye. Oh, I don't know. What do we think? Okay, clearly I've tipped fucking way too much out. So I'm going to apply a little bit more under this eye, because I think I actually tapped off my brush too much. So I'm not getting any brightening. I would say it's semi-blurring. Oh yeah, look, I can see a lot of blurring now on my forehead when I'm putting that on. Awesome. It does dull down shine, but I wouldn't say it's mattifying. Let's go around my nose. God, it's quite different from the other one. Yeah, it's like a soft focus finish. I really like this actually. That will be really nice for, I don't know, what kind of times. I guess just when you don't want to look completely matte and flat, um, events where it's more in-person based than photographs, that kind of thing. I'm using it to get a little bit of texture that I have here as well. It's probably a little bit more matte than I would want, but I still think it's really nice. Let's use the puff, actually, this huge puff. It's the thickness of it. I've never found a puff this thick before. Let's see if I can chisel my cheeks with it a little bit. Yeah, okay. I think I might like it more for that kind of a purpose. I'll be honest with you, I think the Maybelline one is better, or better on me anyway for my skin, but I do still think this is a really nice powder. Oh, thank you very much. So I'll just get the last of that on the powder puff. And then, is there anywhere else I really need to powder? Like, not really. Okay, so I'm going to put the cap back on that. And actually, I'm going to put the sticker back over it as well, because I feel like that's going to spill fucking everywhere, even in my drawers. So that was the Wet n Wild loose setting powder in the shade Soft Pink. Do I think you need to run out and buy it? No. Do I think it's a good alternative to some of the more expensive ones? Yeah, I would say so. I think it set my skin really nicely. Why is it blue? Fucking hell. Sorry, the lighting is not great. It's a very fucking great day here in Manchester. So, okay. I am going to spritz my face, I think, one more time with setting spray, but this time I'm going to use the Urban Decay one because I want to see the longevity of this makeup. I just realized I completely forgot to use the the Milk Grip Primer, but then apparently my sunscreen is also supposed to be a primer. So we'll see how that all holds up. I'm very interested to see the result. There we go, the Urban Decay. The classic, the original Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Look how dirty the bottle gets though, just from your fingers. It's like NARS packaging. Do you know what I mean? Okay, thank you so much for joining me. If you've made it all the way through the video, thank you. I'm gonna have to come back and like update you about some of the products. So I'm still really curious about this hair product and how my hair is gonna dry down. I've got to update you on the e.l.f. SPF and the primer. I'll probably update you on the Smoky Lash Mascara. That was really good. No, you cannot have my WhatsApp number. I am a married woman, but thanks. What else do I need to update you on? I think that was most of it. And I guess just how this like setting powder holds up during the day. But overall, pretty good haul, pretty happy with that. I want to film an actual proper full-length video, and I know I've said that like 50,000 times on here, but if I had actually received my Boots order today, that was my plan. I was gonna like film a proper video and edit it because I didn't have the time. But you know what? Alive is better than nothing. So thank you so much for joining me. If you've managed to get this far through the video, I commend you. And have a fantastic day. I feel so much better for having come on and spoken to you guys on here. I really appreciate everybody's support as always. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.